So it's early morning on the final day of the Play Expo Blackpool 2018.
Yes.
And this is obviously a well-known raconteur, Daniel Slopes.
I like hearing that. That's cool.
From Slopes Gameroom. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm really glad I managed to find time with you, because you're obviously a very important person, as denoted by your VIP badge. And we're actually here in the... Is this a green room? It's not green, but I think it is a green room.
It's called the green room, yeah. They give us sandwiches from Tesco, and we feel important.
Are they the expired sandwiches?
Well, I was very, very ill last night, and I'm too hardcore to say it was the drinks. I'm going to say it was the sandwiches. It wasn't. And
I can see you've got your swag on. You've been getting all your free T-shirts.
I won't be wearing this when I'm on the panel. I was wearing this because I was walking around at 3 o'clock in the morning like a dead zombie, trying to pick myself up and come on Daniel, you're going to be on a panel later on today. And but this is my nourishment top, which for some reason they're some kind of sponsor here. There's like a little endless runner iPad game, and if you get 1,000 points you get a T-shirt and some nourishment drink, which is just sitting in my room. I'm not going to drink it because that would be curdling the horrible drinks that I've been drinking.
I like the crossover here. It's like they feel that the type of people who spend endless hours playing games need extra milky goodness.
Yeah, strangely, yeah. I don't know what that's about. It was the same. I went to a Download Festival one year, and there was a Muller rice bus, and because we didn't have a lot of money, we were spending it all alcohol. Our diet was cider, beer, and Muller rice. If anyone in America don't know, it's like rice pudding. I think is that American? Do people in America know what rice pudding is?
America don't have healthy food, so yeah.
Is rice pudding healthy?
You have to explain what rice pudding is to them next.
Oh yeah. So rice pudding is, I'm assuming it's rice. It must be rice.
Rice and milk boiled up.
Yeah, but it's like the rice is inflated. It's a bit like, a lot of people don't like the consistency of Muller rice, but yeah, Muller rice, the complete history coming soon.
I think we got sidetracked on the whole rice discussion. But we'll talk about your panel a little bit in a moment. I just want to ask you a quick question though, because this is the question I posed to you on Twitter just before the actual event, and I was curious about what video games use real band music, if that makes sense. You know, like people.
Yeah, it was a transition period, wasn't it? It was like, obviously we went from. People went for, the classic stuff that I like to get on vinyl, your Streets of Rage stuff, your classic, your 16 bits, and even in the 32 bits in the PlayStation era. But then they started to get proper bands in. I think one of the first instances I remember was, I'm forgetting the name of them, but Loaded, the PlayStation 1 game Loaded, had a it wasn't Alice in Chains, it was someone like that, a very British sort of a dirty soundtrack, and that was all licensed music. And then obviously you get your Tony Hawks and your Burnouts was always good, because I actually discovered new electronica, and I think that's the first time I heard of Skin Dread via a Need for Speed game. So is that the sort of thing you was asking for?
I think in fact you sort of corrected my grammar there, not grammar, but vocabulary. So licensed music, that makes a lot of sense. And apart from, I can't really think of really many myself. I think that's why I asked the question. Apart from, you had obvious ones like Michael Jackson had the video game.
Yes.
But I kind of like the idea of like bands you like Daft Punk and things like. Well, I like Daft Punk.
I can tell you something about the Michael Jackson. It was such an old video of mine that people may have forgotten about this fact. But Christopher someone, I can't remember his name, but basically he was the guy that worked on the Michael Jackson Moonwalker game for the Amstrad, and the home computer version, which is very different than the arcade and the arcade and the Mega Drive Genesis version. If you don't know, look it up. It's actually more like a Grand Theft Auto game. It's very strange. When they were making the music for that, it was like one of the key areas that they had to get right, but they were doing it on home computers, 8-bit home computers, so it was a very hard thing to replicate probably the greatest music of all time on a tiny little 8-bit computer. And Michael Jackson was very funny about that, so he would send his people in to their offices, and they would time Michael Jackson's music perfectly, and then they would time the little Amstrad music perfectly, and he says he remembers things being 2 seconds out and they would have to restart and stuff like that. So there you go, there's a little...
I remember watching that video.
Yeah, it's one of my earlier ones, that was. But
I think I was saying that I quite like bands like Daft Punk who have that electronic and they've been out forever.
Absolutely.
And I always think that would be their music would be quite good for a number of genres. I can imagine stomping around in a mech.
I remember as a teenager in the PlayStation 1 era, I was like obsessed with trance music back in the day. Being a DJ, that's what I learned to DJ on, and I think if you learn to DJ on trance, it's a lot harder to DJ trance music than house, although it's similar BPMs, beats per minute. I got obsessed with trance and finding out everything to do with trance music, and I still like that bit. It's a nostalgia thing now. And I remember playing some of the later Wipeout games. I didn't think the soundtracks were as good as maybe 2097 or the original Wipeout, and I remember this music Guriella is so much better than System F Out of the Blue. These are the perfect songs that should be in a Wipeout game. And I would I remember writing up a letter saying, I suggest you put these music in your games in the future. I never ended up sending it, but I was so obsessed with putting my own music, you know what I mean? And then that actually kicked off, didn't it, in the the Xbox One era, where you could put your own music in the games. I remember the Mashed soundtrack didn't really do too much for me, and I was ending up playing new metal music when I was playing Mashed and stuff.
Well, I like that idea of allowing people to sort of do remixes of their own music, and then what they could do is get the royalties to go to the people who make that music, a bit like how YouTube or whoever.
Yeah, adding a Spotify sort of thing.
And you can share your lists.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, I think. I remember on the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 1, once the game was loaded into memory, as long as you got the old springy thing on the, you could open it up, take the disc out, and I remember putting in, what was it, Pete Tong's Essential Selection, but it would start randomly halfway through track 3 and go to about a little bit through to track 6 or 7, and it would just play that one bit. But I used to love listening to All Saints remixes while I'm murdering people on Grand Theft Auto. It was a cool little weird thing.
That's a cracking. I wonder if back in the day anyone ever figured out where it was making the cuts against the original Grand Theft Auto soundtrack, and then actually would mix a proper thing that would play properly.
And it's weird because I've got that's one of the first mix CDs that I bought. Other than the little rave ones you used to get on tapes and stuff. Very British thing that is. And there's mix CDs I bought, and I remember every time now I see that CD, I'm like, I used to put that in Grand Theft Auto.
Brilliant. Well, I think we'll just have to wait and see how they can monetize this, and I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more, user curated soundtracks. As long as somebody's making money.
I'll tell you what, that makes my life hard. Actually, I'm working on. I've written a Samba de Amigo complete history, and then it dawned on me I can't make this video. No one is going to get demonetized. It's all full of licensed music, and I can't do it. I mean, the thing is, it's not like a Tony Hawk's complete history, which I'll probably do one day. I can sort of have it in the background, have a tiny snippet of a Goldfinger tune, and then back out just enough to whet the appetite. But with Samba de Amigo, it's a rhythm game. I have to play that music, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. I have come up with an idea which I think is ridiculous. When you can change the speed on YouTube videos to make it double speed and stuff like that. I think if I make the whole video slow down, double its length, and then say to people, if you want to watch this, click this button and it'll go back to its normal length.
That's a cute idea.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that will work.
I think I've done a few experiments just to see what gets caught, and quite a lot does. Their algorithm is very tenacious.
I've only ever had one claim, because I put my videos up early before they go live, obviously, in case stuff like this happens. I've only ever had one claim. It was for a Mega Man bit of music in the background, and it was a really old video where I'm just standing in front of the camera. I think it was like an update video or something, and there was a bit where I didn't talk for a second going, thinking, and you could hear the Mega Man music a little bit more prolifically in that section, and they picked up on it.
Do you get, I've had something similar, and it was a bit of like Castlevania music or whatever, and I don't know about you, I feel this sort of real anger when I get that.
I mean,
and you go, that's really annoying.
I'm numb to it now. It's to the point where it's my own fault if I finish the video on a Sunday morning and I want it to go up on a Sunday night. I'll make it go live, and then I'll get hit by demonetization in the middle of the night. I wake up, and I say, to my wife, been limited ads or whatever, and then I've got to quickly wait for it to come back and all that sort of thing. But I'm just numb to it now. If I want to fix it, the only way you can fix that stuff is if you get it up. 90% of the time, you do it from the Wednesday to the Friday.
Right. You've got your strategy now to.
Yeah. It's just have I got the time to get the video done by Wednesday? That's my issue. And this week I definitely don't. I'm way too busy this week.
Now you're busy because obviously you're here.
Yes,
you're
absolutely.
Be back, but you're here because you have a panel today.
Sorry, exactly. I'm in my YouTube heroes as well. I'm on a panel with them. That's cool.
I mean, that's it. Does it feel sort of mind blowing? Because I think I remember. Your child's pretty young, actually. I think
about 3.5 years old.
Yeah, so
close to 4, maybe.
And I remember sort of following you in the early days, and you've grown and become this, well on your way to becoming a YouTube great.
Yeah, taking it full time.
But does it feel strange that you're going to be there and there'll be a room full of 100 people come to see you and some of the others, but mainly, let's say mainly you. Sorry, yeah.
That's Ashens is here too. I only came here for Slopes. Yeah. It's fucking insane because I had a TV show, and by the end of basically we didn't get a second season. If you don't know, it's called Human Guinea Pigs. YouTube it, you'll find me with massively long hair. 10 years ago, acting like an idiot. It was Jackass for the UK scene, a family-friendly Jackass. But that we needed 600,000 television sets, not people. So television sets. How many people sit around the telly? 2 might be 3. So that's big numbers. We didn't get there. But by the end of the series, we did get there. So when you look down on a bird's eye view of Reading Festival, these big festivals, there's normally about 100,000 people there, times by 6 for people watching my stuff around the country and eventually the world. And I only ever had 2 people say, "Hey, you're the guy from the Human Guinea Pigs." I am now a YouTuber with 60,000 subscribers, which is an enormously lower number than the TV show. And I know I'm in a enclosed location with people who watch that sort of stuff on YouTube, but all day yesterday people come up to me, "Oh, you Slopes," and it's the most.
It does sit on your hat,
thing.
to be fair.
It's so humble. It's so humble. It's awesome. And obviously I fucking love it when that happens. And I'm going to be in the panel, and I genuinely can't believe I'm sitting there with. To be fair, Kim Justice and Nostalgia Nerd, I discovered them after I started YouTube. They were obviously smaller channels back then as well, and I remember thinking, "Oh wow, there are more of these sort of channels that I want to be like that," and getting really excited and showing them my friends. And now I'm actually on the panel with them. And Ashens is another ball game completely. I've been watching Ashens since the beginning. Like, I remember seeing his adverts his videos being promoted when there wasn't a YouTube, when he wasn't uploaded on YouTube, and through the website Beta or B3TA, whatever you want to call it, because I was getting promoted on there as well during my jackassy type thing. So sometimes I'd see him and I remember seeing that Pop Station video, and the fact that I'm going to be on a panel with him, that's pretty legendary. It's pretty legendary. And the funniest thing about it is when people say like, "Oh, I met that Nostalgia Nerd. He's actually a really nice guy," as if he's going to not be a really nice guy. People always say that sort of thing. I think it's really funny. And then I found myself saying it. I met Ashens, this girl I used to know. We were really big Ashens fans. I went, "Yeah, I met Ashens. You know what? He's a really nice guy." It's such a strange.
We've had this conversation. A few people this weekend. And that how it's at least in our group, of gaming and nostalgia, retro.
Sure.
Everybody I've met and the same other people said the same thing. Have always been so genuine and lovely, and are just like what they are on camera.
Haven't we? That's it. We've all got the same interests. We've all got the same enjoyment and excitement for the hobby, because some of us have taken this into a point where it's going to become a job, but we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't enjoy it. Like, this is what we love to do.
It's almost like fortuitous if you can do it as a job, because it's very hard to set out to do that. So you start it because you love doing it.
Exactly. Like Jeremy Clarkson isn't making Top Gear because he doesn't like cars. But no, I mean, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome.
I feel I might have to ask Stuart that question. I don't know if he's ever asked it, but just saying, after all these years, do you still enjoy sitting in front of the brown couch? Or do you feel you have to now because all of these people expect you to do it?
It was quite funny. I had I thought someone was coming in. I had when I said, I'm going to be on the panel with Ashens, I'm going to be sitting with him, and they're like, "Oh my god, is he bringing his sofa?" Like, no, he's not lugging his sofa 6 hours up the country.
He's probably got this yuppie pad, and it's all like B&O stuff and really nice, and then this tatty old sofa in the corner.
I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. It's like Trigger's broom. It's had like 15 new handles and 12 new brushes. You know, it's probably not the same sofa, but it looks like.
So do you have, just, I don't want to take any more of your time, so I know you want to go and prepare and powder yourself, powder yourself like you powder your arse. I
want to get the nourishment t-shirt off.
Your nourishment t-shirt off. But do you have anything interesting in the pipe? Because I know we're quite far away from the New Year's now, but I feel, what was your New Year's resolution? What would you like to do this year?
I've got like background monetary goals and stuff like that I try and aim for myself, but subscribers I want to get 100,000 this year, which I think I'll do. January has been extremely good for me, like unexpectedly good, better than my December. And if anyone out there knows how YouTube works, December's the month you put your good videos out, and January's the video you either don't put videos out or you put your crap ones. I just keep making them. I just, what's next? I'll do this. What's next? I'll do this. And January's done mentally well. Like 2 of my top 10 videos came out in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's insane. So yeah, I think I'm on track to hitting like the goals in numbers and that sort of thing, and subscribers and views and that sort of stuff. But in regards to what I'm working on, it's... Yeah,
I guess how are you going to do that? How are you going to please your viewers?
So I'd like to do 2 complete histories, because I feel like that's my bread and butter, my complete history videos. I'd like to do 2 complete histories every single month. I normally work it like the same work with DJing. If it's a crowd that are a bit weary about getting up, you play the popular stuff and then you throw in a curveball, like three or four popular ones, like popular franchises in regards to the videos, and then you throw a curveball in, like Bounder or Thing on a Spring, and that's the sort of stuff I like to do as well, like looking into making the ultimate video on a video that no one else is probably going to make. So the big ones I have coming up are probably Road Rash. I think that might come out this week, but I'm actually on a talk next week at the Anime Expo, so I've got to prepare for that, so maybe I won't get it done. Who knows? Basically, the way it works, I've got my phone here, I've got my Google Drive open on it, and there's probably always 20 videos I'm working on. Brilliant. So I say it's going to be Road Rash this week, but on Wednesday I might change my mind. That's just how it works with me.
We'll see. We'll see whose video gets out first.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll win.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning.
No problems.
And, I'm sure we all wish you the very best for this year, and I'm sure you're going to smash those goals.
Thank you, virtually everybody. Thank you for your well wishes.
And have a great panel, and enjoy pressing the flesh with your eager fans.
Yes. I was wondering where he was going with that. Yeah, absolutely.
All the best. Cheers. Hugs and kisses. Bye.